All right, Will, good game out there. I know it was a tough 2-1 loss, but just know that there's a lot of takeaways for you individually as a player that I saw in the game. So you're going to see some videos right here of you playing. And I know when I told you I got some videos, you said good things or bad things. I wouldn't call these bad things, right? These are opportunities for you, right? These are things that if you are made aware of them and see them, you can correct them and they can become your strengths, right? So don't just say, oh, that was a bad play. Don't get down on yourself about it. Just see the mistakes as learning opportunities, right? Because you're always going to make mistakes. Always. Every game, every practice, there will be mistakes. But if you can turn that into, why did I do that? How could I do it better next time? You're going to be such a better player. All right, so enjoy these videos and let me know if you have any questions. Good game and have a good weekend. So my notes from the first half when you're playing left wing are a couple things. Hugging the line, staying as wide as you can on the sideline. That allows your teammates to play a ball in front of you for you to run onto. And the wider you are, the further you drag out defenders and make it harder for the other team. So hug the line. That's what Coach Josh wanted me to tell you as well. Hug the line always when you're playing that way. And when your left back gets the ball, start making that forward line as wide as you can into that space for them to find you there. And then the other point I wanted to make was when you get into the attacking third, remember to use your body, push players off of you. You're so much stronger and bigger than these other players, so use that to your advantage. Stick your arm out. You don't want to use your elbow, but stick your forearm out, block the other players off, take that extra touch down the line, which allows your forwards and midfielders to get into the box. Then you can pick your head up and pick them out with a cross and not just keep your head down and just boot it first time, right? That's never going to result in anything like a goal. So be able to take that first touch, shield opponents off of you, and then pick your head up and find a cross. Those are the three things from the first half.
Go get him. Nice. Connect, Teto. Connect, go in, go in. Good try. Hey, Teto. That one you pass.
So on that play right there, the attacker was able to get in behind you, Will, because you went in, you did good, you closed him down. But then the second step is to plant your feet, bend your knees, weight on the back foot, and shuffle backwards. If you shuffle, you keep them in front of you, right? If you keep them in front of you, they don't get a shot on goal, which leads to a goal, okay? So make sure you're charging, closing them down, get 1 to 2 arm lengths in front of them, bend your knees, get into that surfboard position like we've talked about, and then you shuffle back and you just keep them in front of you. And then you're patient, wait for the mistake, and then you go for it and you win the ball. You're smart enough to realize when they've made a mistake to step. You just have to put yourself in the position to be able to win the ball, which all just comes from patience. All right, good job. This one's more of a question on how Coach Josh and James want you to play, but right now your center back is forward, your right back is way far right, and you're about 5 to 10 yards behind your center back. Where you should be is up in space. Sorry, got blurry. Just in line with number 4. So you should be able to turn to your right and see him. So right now you're still about 5 yards back. So you want to be level with your center back the whole time. So you're kind of playing a flat back right now. This allows you also to see right now you're in line, which is perfect. And if number 3 creeps behind you, he'll be offside. So that's where you want to be. You want to be in line with your center back. Okay, so right there was an example of something I've seen a few times in the second half when you're playing left defense, is when you're coming back and dropping. When the ball is on the other side of the field, your body is facing the net. So when your body is facing the net, your back is facing the rest of the field. So you don't know who's coming in from the other team. You don't know where they are. You don't know where you need to be. So what I talked to you about during the game is opening that body up and either running backwards or shuffling so you have that angle onto the field where you can see what's in front of you while also seeing the ball over there. And that's going to allow you, if the ball comes to you, you to clear it up the field, as opposed to if you're facing your own net and the field's that way and the ball comes to you, the only way you can shoot it is to your own goal, which you don't want. So be sure when you're dropping back by running backwards or shuffling backwards to see the field, okay? Good job. So this one, you have to be aware that this guy is behind you, right? So try to always be swiveling your head and seeing where that player is. He was 2 steps behind you if his teammate played that ball, and he was already behind you into that space. All right, so that counterattack started by the ball coming. I didn't get it on video, but the ball was coming to you and you did a full swing, probably 100% of your effort trying to get the ball, and it went under you. So instead of doing that full 100% swing like we've talked about sometimes when we were doing volleys in practice, just open the foot up and just do a small half volley. There's no need to do your full effort. Just make sure your body is behind the ball and you're making good contact to let it go the other way, because that one led to a counterattack and they were almost through on goal. And when they get behind you, just like you heard your coach say in that video and during the game, you can't stop. You got to go back. You got to hunt the ball. You got to chase the ball, okay? Never give up after you make a mistake. Get right back up and get going. See, your body position was much better on that one. You were facing the field, facing the ball, and was able to see the field the whole rest of the time. So that was much better body position. So this is, again, just an awareness thing, right? Staying up in the line with the rest of your defenders to make that offside trap. That's what all your teammates were yelling about right here. You were a few steps back. So if you're in line with them now, you're forcing the players to be in front of you. Yes, way to use your body. That is fantastic. Well done. Forced him out of bounds right there using your size. It was fantastic. Never going to foul someone if you're just using your forearm. If you're using your elbow, ref's going to call it. Use your forearm and your shoulder, and you can nudge people away from the ball, right? Just use your body. Use it smartly, never aggressively with any intent to hurt anyone. But you can use your size to your advantage. Called that one a flop. You did grab him from the end, just nicked him a little bit. On that one, be aggressive, use your body, shield him, and since you're playing defense, right, and you're the last line of defense, can you get a firm volley clear up the field on that one? Just get it up and out. When in doubt, get it out, I always like to say.